I'm Hogan Pascal and this is Blair Schilling. We're attorneys with Fishman Haygood and we're here today to answer some questions that retail business owners might have in the wake of Hurricane Ida. Hi Blair.
Hi Hogan.
So my first question is, what should a retail business owner be doing now that the hurricane is over and they may have, sustained some damage to their store?
So a lot of retail owners in Louisiana have been through hurricanes before, so they know that the first thing that you need to do is look for physical property damage. That could be property damage to the premises, it could be property damage to the inventory, property damage to your equipment. If you discover that you have property damage, you should file a claim with your insurance company, and you should make sure that they're fully compensating you for the repair and replacement value.
So should I do anything else other than file a claim? Like, how do I know that the insurance company is fully compensating me?
That's a good question. So attorneys like me know how these claims are adjusted. And one way that they adjust them is that they use a program called Xactimate. Xactimate identifies the problems that you have with your business, and then it spits out an estimate of what the cost will be to repair. Sometimes the program undervalues. So you may need to get additional quotes on certain things like paint to make sure that you're fully compensated.
So I know a lot of retail business owners are probably seeing something called business interruption in their policies. Can you explain what business interruption insurance is?
Business interruption insurance compensates you for the net income losses that you suffered as a result of your business being interrupted either fully or partially. A lot of policies require that you have physical property damage in order to trigger your business interruption, which is why it is important to, as I said before, the first step is to identify if you have physical property damage.
So let's say I'm a retail business owner and my store has sustained physical property damage. How long can I expect to be covered for the business interruption?
So your business interruption coverage should cover you during the period of restoration. The period of restoration is defined as the time period from when the loss occurred, which here would be Hurricane Ida, until you are able to have your physical property damage repaired or replaced. So for example, let's say you own a dry cleaning company and you have roof damage and you also have damage to your equipment. Your business interruption claim would start from the date of Hurricane Ida and it would end when your roof was repaired and also your equipment was repaired.
So once my property or equipment has been restored and replaced and the period of restoration is over, will my business interruption coverage just abruptly end?
Most of the time, no. Most policies include what is called extended time coverage. And because of that, then your insurance will last for a period of time after you are able to get your property repaired. So a lot of times it may be several months, it may be up to a year, it really depends on your policy, but it allows your business to ramp back up and get back to normalcy.
So let's say my shop didn't sustain any physical property damage, but I still couldn't run my business because of power outages, water outages, and internet outages. Will I be covered?
It depends on your policies. Some policies have an exclusion for power outages or other utility outages like that. Other policies have provisions that allow for coverage, but there are some restrictions on that. A lot of times there is restriction on the geographic location of the physical property damage that has occurred to the utility company. So if there is a power line that is near your business that has caused the interruption, you may be covered for that. However, if the power outage was the result of something that was miles away from your business, then you may not be covered for that.
So many of my customers evacuated because of the storm, and I don't know when they're coming back. And as a result, I've lost a lot of business. Can I recover for those losses?
So this issue actually came up in the wake of 9/11, and in that circumstance, the insurer made the argument that there was no business income losses because there had been a loss of the market. The pharmacy chain Duane Reade opposed that, and the court agreed with the pharmacy chain. The court said that the loss of market exclusion actually only applies when there is an obsolete product or the product is no longer marketable for some other reason. It shouldn't apply because your customers have had to move, for example, after a hurricane.
So what about losses that my business sustains because of interruptions to the supply chain?
Contingent business interruption insurance should apply. It depends on whether there's physical property damage to your supplier in that circumstance. The way that contingent business interruption works is that if there is physical property damage to, say, a supplier, a manufacturer, a distributor that is causing your business to suffer losses, you will be able to get coverage for your net income losses as a result of that interruption. So for example, if you're a grocery store company and you weren't able to get groceries because your supplier had roof damage, then you will get your net income losses that you suffered because you weren't able to get your groceries.
Oh, okay. Well, those are all my questions. Thank you very much, Blair.
Thanks, Hogan.